everybody, and welcome back to the Blue Jays Today show, where we always got something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog. And today, folks, we have a very special guest. Introducing a man who, over the course of his 18 years in MLB, has won 3 Cy Young Awards and won the World Series championships twice. A man who in his time in MLB has racked up 3,459 strikeouts over 2,932 innings. A man who, after playing for 6 different MLB teams, decided, you know what? Those Toronto Blue Jays, they got something cooking over there. This is a team that is built to win and came over to Toronto. And a man who, frankly, can throw a baseball better than practically anyone on planet freaking Earth. It is my pride, my privilege, my pleasure to introduce Max Scherzer. Let's go, dude.
What an intro. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well,
Hey.
I'll tell you what, man. Your resume makes that intro very easy.
Well, I'm sure it does, but yeah, I think you took it a little bit over the top as well.
That's we tend to do some of those things here at Blue Jays Today, like to have fun with it. Man, I want to throw in a little question to you. Like, whenever people like
Hold on
talk
a second.
about,
We got. I'm in the hotel. No, I don't need service today. I'm good. I forgot to put the do not disturb sign up. So yeah, we were getting knocks on the door. So all right, keep on going.
oh, do you usually do that? Or
Michael,
you
the ball player, you forget to put the do not disturb sign up, and you got housekeeping trying to jump in on the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Are you a big room service guy?
Yeah.
At times, when you get in late, you got to order something. And I will say I'm a big chicken wing guy, so I like going to different places and getting chicken wings.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, I mean, we're actually going to Buffalo tomorrow, so we got to definitely try out some of those Buffalo wings.
That's true.
For
Are you
sure.
are you like a hot, like real spicy guy, or is it more like the sweet?
No, I like hot. I like it not to be overpowering. Just for flavor. I like to have some hot sauce. I typically like it on the side. But yeah, being in Buffalo, they have great wings. But I feel like Toronto, being right next to Buffalo, Toronto's got excellent wings. So yeah. So I've had a lot of good reviews coming from my end in Toronto.
So funny enough, we're doing a little challenge on our show. Typically, we like to do the 9x9x9 challenges. I don't know if you ever heard of those.
What's that?
So you got to drink 9 beers, eat 9 hot dogs in 9 innings of baseball. We've done it twice on the show. Very painful, but we wanted to switch it up, and we're actually going to do 9 of the hottest wings in Toronto, 9 fireball shots in 9 innings of baseball. I think that we're probably going to lose that one because we did a little sample, and they're pretty damn hot.
Do you have any recommendations of places that we should order from, Max?
No, I just feel like everywhere around Toronto, they kind of got the secret sauce that's coming out of Buffalo, like the way to cook it. Like they're all nice and crispy. They're really good. Definitely one of the better ones across the country.
Okay, Max Scherzer loves Toronto wings. That is awesome. When we were doing our research for this interview, I was doing a deep dive. I was going way back, and I found this article that we're gonna pull up right now. Let me know if you remember this, okay? This article is from 2015, and it's titled, "Sexy Stubbled Max Scherzer Hates Mushrooms, Likes Helicopters, and Wants to Meet Alex Ovechkin." And they pulled this from an interview that you did on the radio back when you signed with the Nationals back in 2015. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, you made it very clear you do not like mushrooms on pizza. And to quote you, you said, the person that invented mushrooms on pizza has been doing some drugs. That you said that, okay? Do you still?
Yeah, it sounds exactly like something I would say. Yeah. I stand by that comment.
I just wanted to know: do you still feel that way about mushrooms on pizza, or has your opinion changed?
No. I don't know. I don't like mushrooms on pizza. Who likes? I like sausage. Sausage is my go-to choice for a pizza. And yeah, I mean, that's 10 years ago. That still applies 10 years all the way now to 2025. Yeah, we shouldn't have mushrooms on pizza. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, you're not a big mushroom guy either.
I do like mushrooms if they're sauteed. You know what I mean? Like if it's a very special gourmet, I could do a big sauteed mushroom kind of pan dish kind of thing. You know?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, just not on the pizza. I understand.
Yep.
The second thing from that article that we got to ask you here is you made it very clear that when you were going over to Washington, I think the guy asked you like, who's the most famous person that you want to meet, and you said Alex Ovechkin. And you said you really like his game. And then I looked it up afterwards. And since then, you guys have met a couple times. Do you have any funny stories about Alex Ovechkin or like the first time that you met him or anything like that?
The only thing I can really disclose about this is, yes, that actually getting to meet Ovechkin is actually the best part because, like we got a part there in DC. When the Capitals went on their Stanley Cup run, in 2018, and the Nationals, we were all about it. A lot of guys, were hockey fans and kind of jumped on the bandwagon, and really got to be a part of their run, and got to meet them a few times. And so as they're winning these games and everything, we got to celebrate with them, and so much so when they won the Stanley Cup. They brought that cup into the clubhouse, and I got to hold that Stanley Cup and actually go over the head with it. So that was a really cool moment, getting to hang out with the veteran with the Stanley Cup. It was really cool. But then followed up the next year because they're all on the high winning the Stanley Cup. They loved coming out to all of our games when we were in the playoffs in 2019, and they were joining on all of our celebrations as well. And when we won, Ovechkin and the rest of the Caps, they were in our celebrations as well. So we had a cool moment there at their arena and their clubhouse with our trophy. So we had a cool couple of years there in DC, and Ovechkin's there, a part of it.
Oh wow, I can imagine how partying with Ovechkin could be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That guy is quite the character. Now, last thing in this article. Or there's another article, I believe, that you pulled this from. We learned that you're a really big scuba diver and that you're very fond of sharks. Give me your top 3 favorite sharks that you've loved to see, that you've seen maybe scuba diving or whatnot. Let's hear it, Max.
What is your favorite shark?
My girls ask this all the time, because I always say, they always ask, what's your favorite animal in the ocean? And I say shark. They go, what type of shark? I go, a tiger shark. Tigers are my favorite animal on the land, and so it's got to be in the sea, the tiger shark.
Do you try to channel that on the mound? Because I'm sure you get the crazy eyes going, right? The eye of the tiger.
Sure, but no, I will say when you dive with sharks, like that's an innate fear, and when you kind of conquer that fear and you kind of realize, no, swimming with sharks it's way different than you would ever think. Like they're not trying to hunt you down, they're not trying to eat you. It's actually the exact opposite. They want nothing to do with you. Like if you try to swim up to a shark, they are bugging out. They're swimming away from you so fast. It's kind of the complete opposite. So you go in there thinking you got this huge fear of sharks and your heart's racing. But then when you're actually down there, you realize it's actually pretty cool. Then they want nothing to do with you.
Oh, so it's like opposing batters in the box. They want nothing to do with you. Actually, that's the mindset. There it is.
Sure.
All right, Max. We're gonna play a little game right here before we get to some Blue Jays baseball. The game is called Did I Tweet That? We've pulled up a few tweets, or maybe some not tweets, that you could have or may have not tweeted, and you're gonna let us know if you did, in fact, tweet that.
I shouldn't be good at this game because I'm not a tweeter. This was you got to really dig.
Years ago.
We did dig quite a bit, man, and I noticed that you're no longer on, I guess, X now, but back in the day, you were quite the avid tweeter. So the first one here, you let us know, did you or did you not tweet this? Can't stop singing #Dark Horse in the car. I swear I sound like Katy Perry. Are you ready for a perfect storm? Perfect storm.
Don't know if I can confirm or deny that one. All I know is that one's true now. Now that I have girls, Brooke and Casey, they are always asking for me to play Dark Horse in a car. So now it's true.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. You did, in fact, tweet that. Yes, that is actually one of my favorite songs. Still got it on my playlist, too.
Yeah,
It's a banger.
it was still true in 2014. So it's great to hear that the apple does not fall very far from the tree. The second tweet that we have from you here is, or maybe not, South Park is amazing. Bill Gates all tatted up fighting an Asian guy. And Kanye in his fish costume defending Kim. Hashtag too funny.
It sounds like a real South Park episode. I'm gonna guess I tweeted. I love South Park. The way we're going on this interview. I hope that tweet is real, because if it's not, I want to find that episode.
Hey, you're not wrong. Hey, we love South Park here, and you did, in fact, tweet that. That was a pretty fire episode. So you did. You're 2 for 2 right now, Max. You're on a roll
right now, Max. And let me tell you, okay, like going through these, I already knew that I liked you because, I mean, you're on the Blue Jays. You're awesome. But going through this, I'm like, dude, this guy kicks ass. Final tweet right here. You let us know, did you or did you not tweet this out? At a wedding, ... But I got football on my phone. Hashtag go Mizzou. Hashtag watch ESPN.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we've even got photo evidence of it as well right here. You posted this out in 2013.
Yeah.
Look, there's
real. Yeah, I remember that.
October 20th. What game is that? Do you know what game this was right here?
Oh, I forget the game. But I remember that was a big Mizzou game. And yeah, being at the wedding and having my phone up, because that now, like, for the kids here, like 2013, like trying to get a live stream on a football phone, like that wasn't like necessary. You couldn't do that yet, you know. So like this is like the first time you had like a chance to be able to get, like get a football game, like, be able to stay up to date with a football score. So yeah, that definitely happened. I remember that. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Favorite football team? What team do you support in the NFL? Or are you more of a college guy?
No, I definitely like the NFL. As I say, I really don't have a fan. I grew up in St. Louis, or I shouldn't say I don't have a fan. I don't have a team. I grew up in St. Louis. Rams have left. So I just cheer for good football. I want to watch a good game. I mean, you obviously want to see good quarterbacks. So that's how I watch football now.
So speaking of football, we saw on Twitter, actually, the Toronto Blue Jays, they were doing a wild fantasy football, I guess, to decide your draft order. You guys were dropping little army guys onto the field. Are you part of that league?
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the league. Yeah, I was there watching my little. I put 31 on my parachute, and as he came down, they were radioing it in, and so you're trying to get your guy to land in the bucket. So that was a good one. That was a good draft order.
So what'd you end up? What are you drafting?
9. I'm at 9
out of 12. How many guys are in the league?
12. Yeah,
12.
Right.
Okay.
See, nine's
good round.
Nine's a good spot this year because you can kind of. I mean, you let us know where your strategy's at, but for me, it's like there's a lot of real good wide receivers over there that you could double tap. Maybe a little Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins type thing. I don't know. I know you don't want to give your full strategy away here, but where are you looking?
Yeah, everybody pays attention to the first round pick. Now, see, I'm worried about the second round pick, and then it's more that 3-4, that wraparound. That's where your team gets made or lost.
It's true.
What happens at 3-4 and then 5-6? That's where I'm putting my work into.
Absolutely.
Okay. One idea that we had the other day. Feel free to let this circulate in the clubhouse. Personally, I would love to see you guys live stream your fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
Just so I could follow along. Not going to happen. Okay, that's okay.
It's just not appropriate. The language that's used and the things that we say. I don't know if that can be live.
Maybe just once a week, throw it to the Toronto Blue Jays admin, and be like, hey, let's tweet out the standings once a week during the offseason. You know what I mean?
I gotta know how you do.
Who's winning? Who's winning?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a good way of knowing where that board is. So
Right.
this is a good team. They get some good personalities. We'll have fun with it.
All right.
Cool, man.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's all that. We're getting you warmed up and getting to know you a little bit. But let's talk about some Blue Jays baseball, because I know a lot of people here obviously are super excited about the Jays. And as a Blue Jays fan, definitely the most excited that the city has felt since 2015. And at the time of 2015, don't want to age you, I was 16 or 17 years old. And that's when I truly fell in love with baseball. So I know a lot of younger kids and teenagers are kind of getting that same experience right now. You've seen a lot of things in Major League Baseball, a lot of things. But where does Alejandro Kirk rank in terms of stealing his first career stolen base last Friday?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like magical surprises here.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And then not only that, for Vladdy to have the wherewithal to, after the game, grab the base out of and go give it to him. That moment was all time. We were watching him go through the high five line with a base after what a comeback win as well. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of almost the story of our season right now. Is like anything can happen, and even Kirk can steal a base.
That's true.
You know what? Speaking of, actually, like you've been on so many good teams, and like you've been to the postseason countless times. You've won several World Series before. It feels like magic is kind of happening right now in this clubhouse with this roster, because I mean, I know that you thought that like, oh, well, I'm going to go to Toronto and like these guys have a good winning culture and they're going to be good. But the feeling walking into the season from a lot of the fan base was, it's all up in the air right now. We're not sure. And it feels like you guys have smashed expectations. Do you see any similarities with this clubhouse right now compared to some of the other like really successful teams that you've been on in the past? Like, I guess what's similar and what's different from this team to those successful teams you've been on?
I mean, every team is different. Every year is different. The makeup of the team is different every year. But at the same time, what's going on here in Toronto, what we have in our clubhouse and how we're playing, it does have me definitely reminded of some of the great teams I've been on, from Detroit to DC to the Dodgers to the Mets and the Rangers. All of those stops along the way at different points, I've seen where the clubhouse clicks and everything goes, and you really start getting on winning streaks, and you can do some special stuff in the postseason. So we have the makings of that, but we're not even close to the postseason yet. I mean, we got some business to take care of. As much as everybody else kind of wanted to get ahead of yourselves, we've seen enough things happen in this game that you got to keep the blinders up, and you got to keep marching. You got to keep playing great baseball. We got about 40 games left, quarter of the season left, and these are going to be the most pressure-packed games of the whole year. And this is when everybody needs to be at their best. And you're getting the best shot from everybody. You got the playoff teams that are loaded up, giving you your best shot. And then when you don't play playoff teams, even the teams that are, kind of offloaded players, they have new players coming in, and they're fighting for their jobs. They're fighting for the lives of staying in the big leagues. And so it's a whole different type of challenge when you're playing these games. And so I know how difficult these games at the end are to win. It's a different style, different pace than we've been on the first 120. But we're, as our team, our clubhouse, we're a consistent ball club, and I think we can get the job done. But we got to play good ball in order to do it.
Yeah, you definitely do. And the boys are doing good right now. They're rolling. You're starting a 6-game road trip, Pittsburgh, Miami. And like you just mentioned, people might look at those and think those are easy wins, but they're major league ball players. They get paid big salaries for a reason. Now, I want to talk about you right now. You've been obviously pitching incredibly well the last month and a half of baseball. What's been clicking for you? Like, what has changed now versus what was happening earlier? Obviously, the thumb issue was a thing, but other than that, what has been kind of clicking for you?
Just my thumb. Just getting over that injury, getting over it. Now I have my thumb back, I can actually grip the ball. I can hold the ball right.
Right.
And I can get back to all my pitches, and I can be myself. I said that there's never been like an elbow injury or shoulder, something systemically wrong with my arm. It's always been my hand. It's always been my thumb. And that thumb injury was creating a lot of injuries elsewhere. It was disrupting everything. I mean, I've dealt with radial nerve stuff, dealt with shoulder stuff. It's a really nasty thing to deal with is your thumb. It's the most critical piece to actually feel the ball. You're cranking down on every pitch.
Yeah.
You think it's on your fingertips. It's actually your thumb that's counteracting the forces you're putting on the ball.
Right.
To be able to put more force in the ball, you need a stronger thumb. So for me, now that I've got my thumb back, I feel like I can just be the pitcher I've always been.
And I know the thumb's been a big thing, but like the rest of your body right now, how are you feeling just in terms of everything, because again, like we are, like you said, getting deeper into the season. This is a lot of games that guys have played. Are you feeling good still?
Yeah, I feel great. Knock on wood. I get it. Anything can happen in a split second here, but my body feels great. I feel normal. I feel good. I feel I can go out there and pitch deep into a ball game as well. So for me, I feel like it's been such a kind of weight lift off my shoulders to finally get just my hand back. I mean, so much so, like I'm finally, one thing where I was really struggling was actually shuffling cards. That motion of actually shuffling cards was a big issue for me. So like playing all the card games on the plane with all the guys, like I couldn't shuffle. I had to invent a new shuffle. But finally last night, on the way to here at Pittsburgh, I was, showing everybody like, you don't realize how happy I am that I'm shuffling cards. You don't realize how big of a step this is for me to be able to shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
See, that to me blows my mind because, like, as fans, we sit here, we see these updates, and it's like, oh, Max Scherzer, like, day to day with a thumb thing, and we're like, okay, well, I guess it must not be that bad if he's gonna be, pitching when he's pitching. Meanwhile, this dude can't even shuffle playing cards. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, I want to jump off that. We actually just spoke to Whit Merrifield the other day, and he was telling us about our time in the clubhouse, or his time in the clubhouse in 2023. Poker apparently a big thing on the plains. You guys still playing poker?
Oh yeah.
Who's the shark and who's the fish?
That I won't tell. But yeah, every big league flight I've ever been on, I'm always in the card games. I got that degenerate gambling type gene, and we gotta get the card games going and flying as soon as we get on the plane and sit down.
Oh yeah.
Okay, very, very cool. I would love to be a fly on the wall for one of those games sometime. One thing that we've heard quite a bit is that, a pitcher's success on the bump, whilst it is obviously, large in part them, there's also always going to be a tie with the catcher that's right there with you. And, we spoke a little bit about Alejandro Kirk already and how he stole a base and did great. What's it been like for you? Because you've been with, so many different catchers over the years. How has it been building that relationship up with him and just working with him as a whole?
Oh, it's still ongoing. For me, really kind of my season right now, like I'm kind of like in May. Like, I don't even know how many starts I made. I don't know my stats right now.
Do you want us to tell you your stats? Because we're pretty fucking good recently, Max.
How many starts have I made this season?
You have made 10 starts this year.
10 starts. Yeah. So like I said, I'm kind of May. We're getting into June. And the way I always kind of say this, it kind of takes the first two months to kind of figure each other out. For me, I have the way I call a game and how I think and prepare and go after hitters. But I'm not perfect. Like, I also need a catcher. There's things that happen within a game. You got to rely on your catcher, what they see, and the catcher has their own kind of instincts of how they see the game, how they want to call it, and how to navigate it. So when you get with a new catcher, like it takes time. And I always say kind of like in April, May, like in 1 month, there's gonna be a time where I'm right and then the catcher's wrong, and then the next month there's gonna be a time where the catcher's right and I'm wrong. And then only after that, when finally you realize when you each other are both right and you're both wrong, you finally get on the same page. And that usually happens in kind of June, July. And so for me, I'm just in that process with Kirky and Heine right now. We're going over starts, reflecting upon what was right, what was wrong, what would we do different in different situations, and I call it working on your instincts. So next time you are in one of those situations, you know exactly how to handle it. So it's still ongoing with both those guys. It's great. It's just a process. I never get worked up about it. You might see it might get more animated one time than not, but it's always hey, we're just trying to win.
Going back to your time in Toronto, Max, obviously you've had so many iconic moments. You know, I think about obviously World Series 2019. Like that was, again, when I was ramping up in my baseball career, like that moment really stuck out to me where you pitched in Game 7. But is there any moment so far, obviously hard to compare because like you said, you're only basically in May right now with your time in Toronto. Has there been any moments that really stuck out to you as a Toronto Blue Jay?
I mean, just the way the team's been playing and the way we came together and the fun that we're having. I mean, this team is really united, really, and a lot more fun than I ever even thought I could possibly have. And so we're just going out and playing good ball, and everybody's finding a way to chip in and win. So it's tough to say there's any one moment. You know, like Canada Day when George Springer goes nuts. You know, like the sweep of the Yankees, how the Rogers Center was just unbelievable for those 4 games. So we've had some really cool moments already this season. You know, I just really want to make bigger ones even going forward.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. You brought up Canada Day right there. You know, now that you're in Toronto, like you've pitched in a lot of different cities before, you already brought up the fact that you love the Wings here. What else, you know, have you found about your time in Toronto, about the fan base, but just everything in general?
Well, I do know this is the hockey. You know, it's Canada. These people like hockey. I get that. You know, I actually went to Game 7 of the finals and got to see that and get. You know, for me, it was like a chance to feel the energy of the city. I mean, and that even though you know, and then a loss wasn't the game how you wanted to go down, but definitely the pregame and how everybody was walking around the city. You could feel the vibe. Hey, this is postseason hockey, playoff hockey. You know, like this is what it's going to feel like if you get playoff baseball. Kind of gives you that taste, like something to really get excited for. So yeah, I got to see what Toronto can do and bring and how loud that can be. So can only imagine what the Rogers Center can be if we get some more good moments.
Oh man, it's incredible. I still remember this is basketball in 2019 when the Raptors won the you know, NBA. They just going into the finals. They actually just won the semis going into the finals. And I wasn't a big fan. And we walk out of the bar after watching game 6 or 7, I forget what it was. And the streets, all of a sudden, everyone coming out of the bars just started flooding just to go to the finals.
Yeah.
It was the same thing when they went to the ALCS here back in 2015, 2016. Streets just flooding. You're right. It's a hockey city for a reason. People like to go out and celebrate, and it's a great time. And I hope we get a little taste of that this year.
Well, exactly. And I mean, even though it is a hockey city, I can assure you that should you guys, you know, continue on what you're doing, the winning ways, like the city will be feeling the vibes as well. We got a couple other questions for you today before we let you go. Every team's got inside jokes. There's stuff in the clubhouse, you know, there's things. I don't want you to share like, because again, you guys have your stuff that's like just you, and I think it's better if you keep it that way. But is there any like, you know, kind of funny stories that have happened over the course of this season that haven't come to light yet? And let me use an example here. Whit Merrifield was on his recent podcast, the 6-inning stretch, and he was talking about how Yusei Kikuchi flooded a hotel room when they were teammates together, and like now everybody's talking about that. I just wonder, has there been any funny moments like that in the clubhouse with you guys?
Well, the answer is absolutely yes. I mean, I can think of a lot of things. I just don't know what I want to actually share and say publicly. Those are 2 way different things that can actually be said. I mean, my first mind goes right to Chris Bassett. I mean, there's 3 things I can think off the top of my head I can say about him. Yeah, you caught me with a hook here. I'm off guard. I'm not prepared for this. I don't know how to. I don't know what. I'm not going to be the guy that rats and shares some of this stuff because we got such a good clubhouse and we've had such good times together. Just different things we've said and we've had a good time together. Really, really good time together. So much so that we can't say it publicly. That's how good.
Well, it sounds like a great time if you can't say it.
Right.
What happens with the Blue Jays stays with the Blue Jays. Okay, I understand it now.
Now to wrap up here, Max, I got a question because, you know, obviously baseball's been your entire life. Obviously, you got, you know, a family as well. But afterwards, once you finish baseball, have you thought about at all right now what life could look like for Max Scherzer? Where do you plan on going? What do you plan on doing? Have you given that any thought yet, or is it still too early for you?
Tom Brady is now starting a YouTube channel. Just
There
an
you go.
idea.
There you go.
I don't know.
You know, I'm just gonna kind of let that happen whenever that happens. You know, I get it. It could happen in a year. This could be my last year, or I could keep playing for a few more years. I don't know how this is exactly going to go down. Don't have necessarily a plan. And that's kind of exactly what they tell you not to do. But that's just how I'm rolling with it. I kind of just got the blinders up. And for me, I'm just enjoying my career. I'm enjoying playing baseball. There's probably 1,000 different ways I could do something, 1,000 different things I could do once I'm done. I'll probably want to try to do all of them. But who knows? That's just for a different day, different conversation for a different day.
Fair enough.
I would be very interested in the scuba diving experience.
That'd be some good content right there.
Scuba talks with Max or something like that. I don't know how you do it, but there's something there.
Well, see, it won't be scuba because I'm trying to get all the scuba done while I'm playing. So then once I'm done, I can go skiing.
Oh, okay.
Skiing,
Okay.
That's a no-no. That's in your contract. You can't ski. Otherwise,
Is that actually, you can't ski? I guess you can't do anything like
ski.
extreme sports.
Nope. Yeah, like all the things you can't do. I think that's everything that you can't do that's in the contract. And yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna be doing.
Can you tell us what are some other things that you can't do?
You can't play organized basketball. You can't go skydiving. You can't ski. You can't play other sports. You can't. There's a list. There's like a whole section, like of language in there. It's basically don't be an idiot. At the end of the day, that's what it is.
If this seems dangerous, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Fair enough.
All right, final question for you, man. And let me just say, this has been such a pleasure chatting with you today. I want it to continue, and that's why I ask you this question finally. Thoughts on running it back with the Blue Jays next year?
Yeah, let's just get through this season first. You got other people got to make that call. That's not my call. So there's other people that got to make that decision. So I'm just having fun, enjoying the heck out of this run I got with the Blue Jays right now, and just can't wait to get to the park every single day right now.
Well, Max, it's been a pleasure interview. I mean, honestly, I have a lot of fun chatting up with you. You're a great dude. Obviously, you've got great stuff on the mound, and we both here, Nick and I at Blue Jays Day, we hope you keep it going and you keep slinging it out there, big dog. See you on the mound on Tuesday, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
This is gonna come out on Tuesday. So everybody down below, please wish Max Scherzer a phenomenal start. You've been playing great recently, and I do expect and hope that it will continue. Do you have any final things that you just want to tell Blue Jays fans as a whole? Any final parting words?
I guess now I can think of a story that came in through yesterday. We figured out one of the questions on George Springer's test that kind of got the team in a tuffle. We didn't know what they asked George what's a parallelogram. And I kind of knew what a parallelogram was, but the shocking response is how many people on the team didn't know what a parallelogram was.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah,
math class was a long time ago.
Yeah, so we had a little fun yesterday trying to figure out what a parallelogram was, and that was a whole kind of team, trying to figure out what's going on, how to pass the concussion test. I guess you got to know what a parallelogram is.
That was the concussion test. Oh, man. Did you know what a parallelogram was?
No fucking wonder he's still down there. Like, I'm not passing that.
He's back now.
Yeah, he's back
that's
now,
why it took so long.
That's why it took so long. This poor guy. It's like not me looking up a parallelogram as you say that right now.
Who knows what he actually had to do, but imagine if that's multiple choice. Like, the different shapes, you got to know the shapes. Oh, yeah.
I'd be screwed, man. I would be screwed. So I fully understand George Springer having trouble with that one. Thank you so much, Max Scherzer. Yep. Best of luck with the rest of the season, my friend. Fingers crossed for a deep October run.
Appreciate it. Yeah, let's get there first.
All right. We'll see you later, Max. Thank you so much.
Everybody, that was Mr. Max Scherzer. And before we sign off, I just want to give a major shout out and thank you to all of you for tuning in to this show, to liking it, to showing your friends, to subscribing. Had you not done that, we never would have had the capability to interview what is quite literally a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And a great dude, honestly. That was probably one of the most fun interviews I've ever had on this show. But thank you guys for making it happen, folks. If you like this podcast, you like this interview, please make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. It is only $4 a month to become a YouTube member. Shout out and thank you to all of our current YouTube members. You guys are so amazing.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always,
Go Jays, go!